Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that I'm going to show you is some breaking announcements that Chuck Schumer from the Democrats in the Senate has partnered with his lackeys in the Senate, and they're going to put forward something called the Bump Act. Shocker among shocks, they're trying to capitalize on the outrage for banning bump stocks. Of course, they can't explain what one is. It's a whole thing. Everything that I'm about to show you is not only what we talked about right when this passed, but also linked into the description box. I can't wait to hear what you guys think. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on, because this right here, man, like I said in an earlier video, guys, these guys are so easy to predict, it is ridiculous. And this content is brought to you by American Hartford Gold. I'm going to say a quick word and then we're going to hit it. Content today is brought to you by American Hartford Gold. And brothers and sisters, with everything popping off around the world, wars cracking off, we've got inflation issues, we've got stock market volatility, we have cash concerns, we have oil concerns. It's a good time to take a look at least know your options with American Hartford Gold. They are dedicated to offering gold, silver, platinum coins and bars for your investing needs. Whether you want to do it delivered to your door or you want an IRA, Roth IRA, 401k, TSP, they've got options. This is something you guys should check out. At American Hartford Gold, they aim to educate clients about investments in the precious metal industry, strive to provide unparalleled customer service built on trust, integrity, and absolute transparency, while holding a goal of achieving 100% customer satisfaction. Click the link in the description or call 844-727-3199. That's 844-727-3199 or text Langley to 65532. Again, that's 844-727-3199 or text Langley to 65532. All right, beautiful people, listen. I genuinely love what we do because these people are like a book that you can read a few pages in front and they're always going to do what they follow a playbook. Anyway, check this out. Because Chuck Schumer, per usual, after they get a Supreme Court decision that they don't like, they have to come out and make some big political spectacle of it. We talked about on this channel the day of it passing, you and I together, that they were going to try to make this about the election. They're going to try to make this and get the Republicans on record. They're going to try to put forth all sorts of legislative bills, both federal and state, in order to put the Republicans in a bind to try to reclaim the narrative. That's what we said they were going to do. Here we go. Schumer to bring up vote on gun bump stocks ban after Supreme Court decision. Now, they did the exact same thing after the abortion Dobbs decision. It ended the exact same way. It's not going to pass because we're 5 months from an election, and they're going to try to make it into an election issue. That's exactly what they did then. That's exactly what they're going to do now. But I would be remiss if I did not share with you all the details from who he chose and tapped in the Senate Democrats. This little guy right here, you might remember this name, Martin Heinrich. Now, that's a senator. He's from New Mexico. He authored the Go Safe Act, that one that was with Angus King from Maine, the independent, where he was trying to say that anything that's gas operated, that's the Go in the Go Safe Act. Yeah, and then the little mini tyrant, LaJuan Grisham, she stole it and tried to pass it and couldn't even pass New Mexico. That's the background on this one. But this guy, listen to what he did, and what a clever name. Nothing backfiring on this one. Tomorrow, the Senate will vote on my bill to restore the federal ban on bump stocks after a radical conservative majority on the Supreme Court struck the Trump-era ban down on Friday. Americans are counting on us. Pass my Bump Act. I mean, usually they come up with a lot better name, but let's just roll with it. The Bump Act. Tim's going to have a field day with that one. But anyway, that's for tomorrow. Let me show you what they're doing, because again, this took from Friday afternoon to Sunday evening. That's how quick this turnaround happened, all right? Washington. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer announced on Sunday that he plans to bring up a vote this week on restoring a ban on bump stocks, devices that greatly increase the rate of fire in semi-automatic weapons, after, of course, the Supreme Court smoked them from on high about 3 days ago. Now, you guys know as well as I do, that's not going to pass the Senate. You need the filibuster. Even if it gets past the Senate, it has to go back down to the House, the lower chamber, and that's not going to pass. Guys, this is an exercise in political maneuvering. That's what we're dealing with here. That's why they're going to make a spectacle. That's why they're going to have this big vote. It's going to probably be live streamed by me. I mean, literally, that's what's going to happen. They're going to try to put all the pressure on Republicans and say they want machine guns on our streets, even though they're not. But what are they? We can't define them. We don't really know, but we know they're bad. I mean, that's what's going to happen. All right, now let's continue here because we've got to talk about some more rhetoric from Schumer, which sounds vaguely familiar to when the Dobbs decision came down regarding abortion before the midterms. They are following the exact same playbook. You can get in front of this just by voting. It's that simple. Check it. Calling the Supreme Court a MAGA court and saying they've gone off the edges of the far right yet again, abortion. Schumer said Sunday at a news conference that he plans to bring up a vote on restoring the bump stock ban under unanimous consent. Now that's important, hold on one second, which can be blocked by opposition from just a single lawmaker. Schumer called the ban common sense, saying the Senate can help restore the public safety rule while urging Republicans to join him to protect the American people. Now, of course, they're going to try to do these little simple majorities and have one person dare stand up, and then they're going to stand up after that. They're going to say, "How dare you? What's happened to our country?" I'm sorry. What did Booker say last time? This is off the top of my brain. He said, "Inaction is complicity." That's what he said. I'm sorry, but inaction is complicity. That's exactly what he said. Chris Murphy got up and did his little stump speech. That's exactly what we're going to see, and you're going to see it right here. So tune in. But this is what they're going to try to do. What was the actual unanimous consent? That means that if one Republican says, "Nah, we ain't doing this," that means it doesn't work. They're laying a trap. That's all they're doing because they own the majority. That's it. Schumer called the ban common sense, saying the Senate can help restore the public safety rule while urging Republicans to join and protect the American people. Again, all rhetoric. President Biden, which we covered, called on Congress to pass legislation to ban bump stocks after the Supreme Court's decision on Friday, vowing to sign a bill should it reach his desk. Today's decision strikes down an important gun safety regulation, the president said in a statement. Americans should not have to live in fear of this mass devastation, which is not reality at all, because a vast majority of anything that they would call gun crime happens with pistols. ARs are a vast minority of, that's not the right way to say that. They are a extremely small minority of all crime that occurs. And that is simply stated in the FBI statistics everywhere you look. This is all about fear-mongering political power. They're trying to bolster their arguments and change the narrative because they're getting absolutely smoked on all the narratives that are important. All right, and one last thing. Back to Schumer, the Schumster. Schumer said in a statement after the ruling that the only way to permanently close this loophole, is through legislation, noting that Senate Democrats are ready to pass legislation to ban bump stocks, but we will need votes from Senate Republicans. You see in the trap? And this is where I'm going to wrap all this up. They don't care about bump stocks. They don't even know how to define a bump stock. They care about the political implications of maintaining their majority. That's what they care about. They're going to make this about Republicans are bad and they want machine guns everywhere for every 4-year-old. And they're going to say, look how great Democrats are for wanting to save 4-year-olds. And there's going to be this whole dog and pony show. No vote is going to pass the Senate because one Republican is going to stand up and say, yeah, nah, boo, ain't happening. And then hilarity will ensue as they bring out their rhetoric-laden speeches. And we're going to cover all of it right here because every time they do it, we're going to put them on record. Because after all, Cory Booker did tell us inaction is complicity. So there's that. Maybe we'll see that again. And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.